Mais non, quoi, la fnou d'alo. Oh, mais non. Oh, mais quand. Assis. Non, mais la fnou d'alo. Oh, mais la fnou d'alo. Oh, mais non. Oh, mais quand. Assis. On va pas les voix, dans les voix. On va pas les voix, dans les voix. Pépé les voix, dans les voix. On va pas les voix, dans les voix. On va pas les voix, dans les voix. Bebelevo, adalevo, aguafianya. Mekade o malelo, adala mekade o malelo silo yo. Mekade o malelo, mekade o malelo silo. Mekade o malelo, adala mekade o malelo silo yo. Mekade o malelo, mekade o malelo, mekade o malelo, adala mekade o malelo silo. Begadeo malelo, begadeo malelo, begadeo malelo, yeah. Begadeo malelo, begadeo malelo,
believe you are all fine. Kobina earlier has said that there was no sound, so please check the sound and see whether we are having sound.
We fix it.
And if those of you on Clubhouse, if you are having sound, please let me know. If you are not hearing me, please also let me know. And TikTok, if you are hearing me, let me know. If you are not hearing me, let me know, please. Okay, we have a big sister in France, Oluchi Osunwoke. So greetings, great evening, Papa, with peace and love. In regards to the family, thank you very much to you. And I know you are a mother, but you are also a father. So happy Father's Day to you, my sister. Thank you very much. Then we have Bokor Echo story. Say Enuledo. Bokor, please check the sound. Okay, that's just 1 minute ago. Are you sure the sound is okay now?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I think Bokor, please let us know if the sound is okay at your end, because we were having some challenges. I will even call it unprecedented challenges, in the sense that we know everything was set up yesterday, but today, everything just stopped. Even the monitors will not work. The projector will not work. Everything stopped working. So we have to rush somebody's television to come and be a monitor. That's what we are doing. And all this were here until 11 to 12 p.m. yesterday. No, the sound is not coming well.
We are checking. Sorry.
Because I can see it also from here if it's coming well. It flashes green. Now, when you came to touch it, it went off, but now, okay, I think it's okay now, somehow, maybe okay now. Yeah, it's okay now. Good. This way? Oh, even if we turn it that way, it's the same. It must be blinking when I talk, but the blinking is even a delay in the blinking. I don't know how you've worked setting it up. But anyway, so that's where we are. We are having some challenges, but I think we will overcome all this here. And then big sister Oluchi in France, he said, no voice on Facebook, Papa, please, and love, peace and love. Please check Facebook, whether you have sound. We don't know what it is. There's something going on. We don't know what it is, but we are not people who give up, so we will surely. There's no there's no sound on Facebook. Still.
We've even enabled 2 microphones here. We are okay. We are.
That's what I'm saying. This one. Okay. Now, you see, when I speak now, it comes the blinking. Okay, now it continue blinking without even talking. Now it continue blinking without even talking.
Increase gain in that big machine. Reduce it there.
Okay. Okay, that's what it's this is okay.
TikTok, can you hear me?
On TikTok, can you hear me?
Can you hear me on Clubhouse?
Can you hear me on Clubhouse? Anybody there?
Nobody's there.
The Clubhouse, even nobody is there.
Reload the app.
To reload it, let's see.
So big sister, let's see if the sound on
So big
Facebook
sister,
has come.
let's see if the sound on Facebook has come. Has it come? You are all fine. Kobina earlier has said that there was no sound, so please check the sound and see.
Oh, so meaning I was getting the previous feed, so it's working now.
Turn on like 3
Microphones.
Big sister, if the sound is coming now.
Okay, big sister, if the sound is coming now, thank me. Please thank you and let us know. If it's not coming, to let us know.
The sound is perfect.
Okay, Senor, thank you. Thank you very much.
this one, Facebook.
It's okay now.
We have Sila Ameji.
Okay, so we have Sila Ameji saying Happy Father's Day, Papa. Hello, Sila. Thank you very much. And how are you? How is baby? We'll be coming. You know, we just having some challenges, but after doing this, it will come. So thank you very much, and Happy Father's Day to all the fathers in your life. Then Kwabena Esumedu also said no sound. That's about 8 minutes ago. Okay, so I think we are okay now. So please let's go bring it back on TikTok and see if we have more people there. Okay, we have Frank Kwashi 759 says, I want to be a member. There is nothing to be a member about. It's not a church and it's not a club and it's also not a cult or anything that people can be a member of. I kept saying it many times. You don't need to be a member of African traditional spirituality before you can learn. However, if you want to go to a shrine and you want to learn from that shrine, the shrine will have to tell you what they will take from you to become part of their shrine. But what we do here is just a general thing of talking about our African traditional spirituality and in particular Ebe Voodoo for that matter. And say TikTok is loud and clear. That is Kachiri saying so. Thank you very much, Kachiri. Said TikTok is loud and clear. Thank you very much. And then Frank Kwashi again went on. I think it's the same question. I want to join. There's nothing to join. I'm sorry. We don't have a membership of African Magic Temple. When you come to us, we work for you or work with you. Then you are automatically part of us, but we don't have anything like a membership. Please move the cursor because some things are covering what is there, so I won't be. What Frank Kwashi was 759 was saying, I want to be part. Sir, please, you are already part. Once you join us, ask questions. You are part of it. There's nothing special to come and be part of than what we are doing here. Then we have a Sabole, say yes. And then we have Puffy Brown, say please, how can I be a member? There is no membership of African Magic Temple anywhere. The people we work with are part of us, but then to talk about membership, there is nothing like membership. We are not a church, we are not a club, and we are definitely not a cult. So there is nothing like a membership. We have the Anira Clora. Say happy Father's Day, Daddy. Hello, Clora. Happy Father's Day to you too, and to your father, and all the fathers in your life. Thank you very much. We have a Harry 12312. Then will you be talking about the Voodoo tradition? That's what we talk every day or every time about for the past 5 years. So just be on, keep listening, and if you have a question to ask. For the past 5 years, that's what we had been talking about. So when I sit here, that's what I talk about. Then we have I think the same Anira Clara said that happy Father's Day, Daddy Day. And then we have Christy 23 saying greetings. And then we please move the cursor if there's anything under, that's the last one.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Sublime Prince BW said there is sound now. Thank you to Thank you for alerting us and making us to know. Thank you very much. And then we have Togbe Jigbeza Sesoka in Baltimore saying greetings and good day, Papa. Bokor Enuledo. There's sound now on YouTube. Thank you very much, Togbe Jigbeza Enuledo, and happy Father's Day to you, Togbe Jigbeza. Thank you very much for all that you are doing.
And we have Jonas Johnson. Say happy Father's Day.
And we have Jonas Johnson. Say happy Father's Day, Papa. Can you talk about the connection between luck and favor, protection, and your star and destiny? Okay. I think when we say luck, luck, let me think how to put it so that everybody can understand. Say luck, destiny, protection of your destiny. Okay, in our culture, it is believed that when your destiny is properly on course, or your destiny is on the proper course, your life will be good, there will be opportunities, there will be favor, and all other things in your life. And the destiny is what is the star people call. Your destiny is what is star. People may give it all kind of names, but that is your star. The destiny is your star. So when your destiny is good, things come out well for you. When your destiny is not that good, you face challenges. Of course, everybody faces challenges, but when you have a good destiny, easier for you to overcome than when your destiny is not in a good position. So when you talk about destiny, luck, and star, they are all in the same group. So your destiny is your star, and when it is good, you get favor, you get luck, you get opportunities, and things go on well with you. On the other hand, protection is something you look for, and your destiny cannot just protect you. It may do up to whereby as you grow up and you are aware of yourself, you may add other things to protect you, or you may invite other entities to protect you, to help your destiny protect you much better. So for protection, you need to get one. You can't just say I was born so because my destiny is good, I'm protected. You may have a very good destiny, but some people can still be against you even because you have a good destiny, and you need protection, and you must go for protection, Jonas. That's what it is. And then Togbe Jigbeza Sesoka is a happy Father's Day to you and all the fathers in African Magic Temple. Thank you very much, Togbe Jigbeza. And then we said that Togbe Jigbeza again says, Papa, sound in and out pulses for a few seconds. I said, are you people also noticing that? Yes. What could be the cause?
We turned on two microphones when they said there was no sound, so we deactivated one.
So now that you have deactivated one, is the sound stable?
Yes, we checked, but we are checking again.
Okay. So Togbe Jigbeza, they said they had 10 on two microphones, but it seems we are getting double sound, and so they've just turned off one of them. So please keep listening if it is still having pauses and having whatever in and out pauses for a few seconds. I don't know. But it's the same thing we've been doing. Earlier we were trying to use our new gadgets that we just purchased, but I think we don't know what it is, but we had challenges with them. That's why we've gone back to where we were before. Thank you very much. And then there's also Togbe Jigbeza said there's also an echo in the background. That will be coming from the sound card, please. Sayram, are you hearing what I'm saying? They said there's an echo in the background. Togbe Jigbeza is the one saying so. And can you people hear any echo?
This is like some minutes ago.
I think it's okay. It's okay now? Okay. Okay, so Toby Jibezan, keep monitoring us and let us know. I think from here everybody says okay, but if it is still having challenges on your side, please let us know and then see whether it is coming from us or it is just a general thing that is going. That's why I say you should watch the sound card. Don't turn it down too low also so that it will not come out. Is it okay? Oh, it's okay. Please, let's go on to TikTok and see. Mr. Harry 12312 say, can you talk about Papa Legba? It's not so much to talk about Papa Legba. Legba is just one of Afa's workers or children, as we call them. Legba is said to be the messenger of the crossroads. And when you are initiated into Fa, you are supposed to have Legba as your messenger that takes your Vosa and everything into the spirit world, and it's also supposed to be your gatekeeper. You know, a lot of people on the other side of the world, especially in the diaspora, they talk so much about Papa Legba, Papa Legba, Papa Legba. Some people even saw him coming into their house, and you know, these things are just funny tales in my own ears. These things don't happen. I don't know how the gods of Africa or the spirits of Africa, how they behave in the diaspora and how they behave in our side. Because if people see Papa Legba walking and coming into their house or standing at their door, I never saw it before like that. And I have never heard from any priest in African traditional spirituality, I saw Papa Legba standing on my this. It's only these things, we hear only these stories in diaspora. We don't see those things here. We are very practical and real people. We don't just imagine things. Just like you saw, you were praying, then you saw your ancestors flying and passing by. These are all just funny tales. Okay, then we have what is that?
God is nowhere. What did you read?
Kira Libra Pierre said, God is nowhere. God is nowhere. Hashtag, what did you read? I don't know. Please, if you come onto my program, be very straightforward and ask a straightforward questions. I am not here. I'm not playing here. I'm not just like anybody you know on TikTok and just come and make anything. So please, if you want to ask a question, ask the question very clear. Hashtag God is nowhere. Hashtag what did you read? What do you mean by that? Then we have who? We don't have anybody here again now yet. Okay. There's a question under that thing before you are changing it, please. I'm talking of the YouTube. Okay. Okay, we have Crawford. I say, why is there always repercussions in African spirituality? What do you mean by repercussion? What do you mean by repercussion? Tell me and come out in a very clear word that I can understand what you mean repercussion. In life, whatever you do comes back to you. If you do good, good comes back to you. If you do bad, bad comes back to you. So when you say repercussion, it's not only in African spirituality, it is in every proper spirituality. Unless what people are telling you and calling it spirituality is a lie, then you don't have repercussion, because nature doesn't forgive. That one you should also always have that in behind your mind, that nature does not forgive. You cannot do bad thing to somebody and think that when you run into church and say, oh God forgive me, that means it is forgiven. It is a lie. It's a deceit. Yes, sir, nature does not forgive. When you do good, good comes to you. You do bad, bad comes to you. But you see, the thing that religion does is that when you do bad things and bad results are coming, then they say it's Satan who is doing it. Instead of knowing that your own actions are paying back to you they will blame it on Satan. Who has ever seen Satan before? Where is the Satan? Where have you seen the Satan? If it's not you yourself, who is the Satan? Harry 123, can you recommend any good books on voodoo? If you go on the internet and you put voodoo, maybe you find books. I don't read any voodoo books, so I'm not, whatever I teach here, I don't read from books, so there's no book I can recommend to you. So go on the net. If you find books, you can read, but I'm not teaching from any books. I'm teaching from my personal experience and experiment. I don't teach from books. And someone is saying so many plenty number. They say already Yesu. Anyway, I'm not from Israel. I'm from here. Then Sierra is following the host. Okay, thank you, Sierra. Thank you very much. And then move up and let's say and user 870 76 70 35 0607 say, are we in Ghana here? Yes, of course. You see, I'm dressed in Ghanaian attire. I'm Ghanaian. I'm living in Ghana. I'm transmitting from Accra here in Ghana. Please. Then we have Ras Van Lion say, this life is like a mirror. It reflects back what you if you don't move the cursor, I can't read. Or that red thing is not appearing to you people.
We are trying to move it, but it wasn't moving easily.
This life is like a mirror. It reflects back what you do to you. Yes, whatever you do to do, it will reflect back to you. And then somebody with their name say, Roger, so you don't believe in the Bible? I don't know. I don't need to believe in anything. As I told you that our system, our traditional system is not based on belief or faith. So I don't know. Bible is not from my fathers. It's from another people that was brought to my people. So me, I will not say I don't believe in the Bible. I don't even think that book has any thing to look into that will change my life. I have been a Christian and I have not seen any changes. My mother had swept the church house for many, many years. She didn't see anything. She died a poor person. It was always the pastors and the catechists, their children, that when scholarship come, they gave to them. And they will, of course, they will continue to become pastors tomorrow and talk about the church because they benefited. My mother didn't benefit anything. So please, when you come on my program, think well before you ask me a question. Otherwise, I'll just condemn you. Harry 12312 is saying, what is the difference between voodoo and Santeria? The name alone is a difference. You are hearing something called voodoo and you are hearing something called Santeria. So the name alone is a difference. So go and take the two, read what voodoo is and read what Santeria is. You will find the answer. Let's go. Then we have user 8170 76 70 35 67 saying traditional knowledge is good. Yes, I believe so too. Yeah. And then someone is saying, Gina, I say, what are you teaching? Please, we are teaching about our African traditional spirituality. That's what we teach here. Thank you, Gina. And then we have 8170 76, I think the same guy. The basics of a scientific knowledge is traditional knowledge of nature around us. That's why we believe that nature is God, in the sense that we can actually see it every day when it is changing and creating and everything, than someone we don't see and people say we just have to believe that he is there. We look at nature. When the sun rises from the morning, you can see it that it gives warmth to the world. It natures the world, brings heat into our life, dries our clothes, and create photosynthesis for plants to grow and all this, and it goes all the way down. And the evening, the sun sets, and then the next morning it rises again. So that one we are sure that the sun will rise tomorrow if it is a good day and there is no rain. But it's something in somewhere nobody has seen it, and they say, "Oh, just believe it." And the people who are telling you that you should believe it are coming to your land and stealing your gold and diamonds and your wealth, and they are taking it to their country and building their country. And then you are here still going to church and still poor and hoping that you will go to heaven one day and go and get your reward. Why they don't go to heaven and get their reward? Why should they come to Africa and take African wealth? Think about it. And then Roger is saying, reading and understanding is for yourself. No pastor can teach you that. Don't believe in man, Jah. It's okay, whatever you are saying. It's up to those people who believe in whatever they are believing in. We know that nature is God, because we see it. Please move it up. Gina was saying, wow, very cool. Thank you very much, Gina. And then we have Gina again. No, before we have Osio Mwanri Richard. Sir, please, I dream of eating rice in the dream. What is the meaning? I'm not here to be translating dream, my brother. I'm not a dream translator. I'm teaching about my tradition. I'm not a dream translator, please. Thank you very much, Richard. Then the user with the remaining numbers 35607 said the philosophy about nature you are underlying here, not relying on a God you don't see, was pivotal. That's what we had always been teaching for the past 5 years. Maybe you are only now joining us, that's why it is new to you. But for us, we've been talking about this for the past 5-6 years. So it's a focus of our teaching that God is nature and nature is God. Gina is saying, I do not dream. I'm trying to get them back and remember them. Okay, we pray. Said, I think that when we are done with today's program, you must see whether some virus has been introduced into our computer, because these things is not normal. If there is any virus introduced into the computer and is blocking and doing all this, it's possible, highly possible, because the whole thing, the way it's going, is not normal. Okay, let's move up. Uh, 817076703567 say in scientific development in Europe. Okay, let's go up. And then Richard Osio Mwari said, thanks, sir. You too, thank you very much, Richard. Then we have www.yao.com. He's saying hi. Hello, Yao. You're welcome to the program. Then we have the same guy say that in scientific, this in Europe, pharmaceutical companies go around the world searching for traditional medicines. Yeah, that one, I don't know. I cannot confirm anything like that, but if you have come across it, it's fine, but I have not come across such. Somebody, Marina, come and move this thing somewhere and plug this phone into that for me. Move it and plug it.
No problem.
And I'm plugging. charging. Yeah, it's better. The user 8770, 8170, 76, 70, 35, 607. So I'm an electronic engineer in Europe with roots from Ghana. So I'm happy to see your mindset. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's go on. Harry is saying, do you work with Crossroads? No, I don't work with Crossroads. Thank you. And then we have Roger say, eyes are deceiving. Did you push us out of the F or the F created itself? I don't know, Roger. I don't know. I'm not God. And then we have Jonas Johnson. Papa, do you have an opinion about the case between the shrine of Nogopo and Prophet Emmanuel Mika? Who is Professor Mika? Anyway, Jonas, I think Nogopo people have given an ultimatum to what has happened. We are also looking at Nogopo, and also we are looking at the pastor. I don't know about the pastor Emmanuel Mika. I've never been to Nogopo before, and personally, I've never had any relationship with anybody from Nogopo, so I cannot talk on those things. I kept saying it for the past 3 weeks when people were asking me this, because personally, I've never been to Nogopo, but what I know about Nogopo is that it's a place that when you need the truth and you need justice, you can always go and seek for justice. That's what I know. Personally, I have never been to Nogopo, and I have never seen anybody who had been to Nogopo who is that close to me that will tell me, oh, this is what they do there, or this is what they are doing there. So things that I don't know about, I don't talk about them. I would rather talk about what I can talk, and when you ask me, I can defend it because I've had experience. Then I talk about that. I'm not that kind of people who just jump to talk in order to please people. No. Even this Nogopo thing that has been happening until today, honestly, I've never even opened any social media to read what is going on or what is not going on. All that I've been hearing from people is that Nogopo, the priests and the elders from the shrine or from the township have given a deadline of 14 days to Mr. Ajin Asari. And I believe very strongly the 14 days is almost near or is over. Now the church or the whole of the world in Ghana and people who are practicing traditional spirituality for that matter will be now watching to see what is the response from Nogopo after the deadline has gone. Say this thing is not, is sometimes the light is coming, sometimes the light is not coming. I don't know how it is. Okay. No, but even if I, okay. So the world and Ghana and also other traditional places in Ghana, not necessarily in the Volta region, but the whole of Ghana will be waiting for Nogopo to see what is their response after the 14 days, whether the pastor had gone to explain himself or apologize himself or whatever. I mean, so we are all just waiting to hear. So, but personally, I've never been to Nogopo, so I don't want to get involved into something that I don't know about. Not just to please my audience, to make me show them that me too, I am saying something. No. I'm not that kind of priest. Where I have come from before I reach here is very far. We have a topic with so I can hear you, Papa, but the volume seems low. This is what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm just saying. It's okay now. The volume is low. That's why I'm saying that I'm not singing like you. So if I shout, no, even if I speak little, the light has to blink. Now it's blinking. Yeah?
If you open it, it will
The sound on TikTok.
But we have been using it for a while. Is it only today, the first time we are?
TikTok is very okay.
Yeah, because it's
But
directly
the sound on Facebook.
No, because the TikTok is not using the microphone. So the adjustment of the sound card here is the one that will make this into the microphone, because this is a professional microphone. So if that is not properly adjust well, it will not be it will have problem. But we will just keep trying and see how it is. So now, how is it? Is it still having an echo? Please check for us if it's still having echo. And then Timmy Nyambe, our brother in Zambia, said, good afternoon, Papa. Greetings, and good afternoon to you, Timmy. Happy Father's Day to you, and thank you very much joining. And then we have our sister Sunshine saying, happy Father's Day, Papa. It's Sedem. Yes, Sedem, I have noticed. Thank you very much for joining the section. Please prepare any question whatsoever, and put it across so that we can all juggle it and see how we can get an answer to that question. So think about any question and just put it across. And Sunshine, again, the audio volume is very low. I'm wearing headphones, and the sound is also only coming from the left earphone. So please say them, check it again and see whether it's okay now, because we were trying to adjust everything, but we don't know. Anyway, button anyway. That's the menu. Okay. So those having the challenges with the sound, please check it again and see if it is if it is okay, or it's still having challenges, because today is not a good day for us, but today is Father's Day. Yes, so thank you very much, Sedem. And then we have Kevin T. Say happy Father's Day. Hello, Kevin. Happy Father's Day to you too, and to all the fathers in your life. We are very grateful that you joined the section. Okay, we have Isaku Ali Kele Sisela saying greetings. Hello, Isaku, how are you? Thank you very much for joining the section. I know you said this one a long time ago, but now before we came to you, I'm very grateful, and happy Father's Day to you. Thank you very much for joining. Then we have Ras Van Lion say the sound is okay. Thank you, Ras. We are very grateful. And then my in-law Sila Ameji say the sound is okay now. Thank you very much, Sila. And then we have Jude Senna Lombet. Say happy Father's Day, Daddy. Hello, Senna. Happy Father's Day to you too. Don't turn it too much whereby you will not know what you are doing. You must really adjust the audio. It's okay now? Okay. So we have a Pasera Ayram said, Daddy, long time. Happy Father's Day, Daddy. I really miss you, sir. Hello, Ayram. Thank you very much. How are you? Thank you for joining the section, and happy Father's Day to all the fathers in your life. I'm very grateful. And then Pastor Ayram again say, yes, Daddy, you are right, sir. Thank you for that. And then we have Isaac Apiasao,
Yes,
Apiasao? Apisao, okay. Isaac Apisao say, please, can I know more about kake? I'm not doing kake here, so please, when you see me doing, you can ask me about kake. I'm not doing kake here. The people who are doing kake should be the ones that you should ask that question. I don't have kake. I'm having Afa, I'm having the Abochi, the magic mirror, and I have the crystal ball, I have the tarot cards, and then I have the I Ching, the Chinese this thing, and then some little bit of palmistry and astrology, numerology, graphology. Those are the things I studied. So I didn't learn Kake. So those who have Kake should be able to talk about Kake. Thank you very much, Isaac Apisao. And then we have Jude Senagib. Hello, Papa. I wanted to know if you could kindly explain the meaning of the name Sena and the perspective you have on it. I am from a foreign land, Gabon, but I was given the name at birth, and I want to have more insight on the name Sena according to the Ewe perspective, since that's where it was given to me from. Okay, I don't know, you are from Gabon, but maybe your father and your parents, they might have lived in Ghana or in Ewe land before, and the name Sena was a name that really appealed to their interest. That's why when they born you, or maybe you were born here and they gave you that name, or somebody who was close to your parents might have given that name. The word Se means destiny in Ewe language, and destiny is what is in Ewe we have the god of destiny, which most Ewes will call Ese Dada, Mother Ese. And this Ese Dada is the one, according to Ewe cosmology, is the one that creates human beings, each human being according to their destiny. In the Ewe cosmology, we have three gods, which we, the Ewes, look at as the supreme entities. They may be called in the English word God, but they are Mau in Ewe. Mau means that which is above other gods. We Ewes, we are not a mono, what do they call it? Monotheism. Monotheism.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Whatever it is, me, I don't know English. In Ewe, we have three gods. We have Mauga, Sobo, Lisa, which is a god, a female and a male. The Sobo is the male aspect, and the Lisa is the female aspect, just like it is in Hinduism, where they have a Shiva, Shakti, Shiva being the male aspect, and then Shakti being the female aspect, and the two of them join to form Brahma as God. Shiva, Shakti, Atmakam, Brahma, Shiva and Shakti join to form one God. So, what simply meaning that in nature there is always positivity and negativity. So negativity and positivity, they always work together. Even if you look at our light that we are using, electricity, there's a live wire, which is the positive, and then there is a black wire or another color, which is the negative. The two of them will combine, and when the third force, which is the neutral, comes together, there's power. So in our Ewe cosmology, we have Mao Sobolisa, meaning one God. Then we have Mao Kitikata, like the one that maintains the creation. And then we have Mauga Ese, that which give birth to each and every human being, and gave them their destiny accordingly. That's why two different people cannot have the same destiny. No matter how much close they are, even if they were born from the same tummy as twins, they cannot have the same destiny. There will be some small similarities or changes in their destinies. So the word Se is coming from that concept, the God of creation that created human being. They didn't say he created leaves and trees, so say that which created human being, and each human being according to their destiny. That is what is called Se. and the Eves will call it Mauga Ese. He is the one of the axes of the Trinity in Ewe cosmology. Sobolisa being one, Kitikata being one, and then Ese being one. So these three form what Ewe cosmology, the godhood or godhead, if we may say. So the Ese send people here into the universe according to each person's destiny. So when you come into this world, your essay, if you are able to get to know your essay and also to read the blueprint of your essay, what you are supposed to do in this world, when you are doing that thing in this world, you will excel and you will not have the challenges that you will have if you were doing something else that your essay has not given to you. That is why it is very important to know what your essay has sent you here to do. And once you discover what your essay has sent you here to do, and you start following on that, you are fine. Everything will be moving well and you will excel in that. So the word na means to give in Ewe, to give. So the combination of na, gift or giving, and se, destiny, come together to form the word sena, means the gift from destiny. My gift from my destiny. Sena. Some will say Senanu means the God of destiny gives. Senanu. Some people will say Esedem, which means the God of destiny has rescued me or delivered me. Esedem. So you see, usually it is the parents who give these names to their children depending on what their destiny has done for them, and they want to praise Ese or the God of destiny. They give these ones to their children, and then the children grow up to embody that name and kind of vibrate that name. So like me, I gave my children the name Esena. My eldest son is called Mauli, which simply means there is God, wherever he is or wherever he is not. But since it has been working in my life, there is God. And then I have a Sena, and then which means the gift from my destiny, or my destiny gave me a gift. I have another child called Se Yuram, which means my destiny has blessed me. Yura, which is actually coming from Akan language, Inshra, and then later has formed its Ewe word from that word Inshra, become Yura. And then that's why when they call somebody Yayira in Ewe, it means Inshira actually. But then it is actually the root word is coming from Akan, Inshira. But a lot of people in Ewe also don't even know that that's the root, because the Ewe, the word Yira, to bless in Ewe, it means to chi, to sprinkle water on something, that is the blessing, or tuchi. But the word Yura actually is coming from Akan base, but it has already formed its word in Ewe. So Jude, the word Sena simply means the gift from destiny. So your parents, probably they were expecting you to come, and when you came, somebody, or maybe they have some Ewe friend, or they were associated with Eves, and somebody gave their name Sena. Yeah. I have a daughter called Semefa. What happened is that a long time ago, when my old man, my teacher, was alive, we did something, and he told me that when I have a girl, I should give the name Semefa. But I've forgotten that long time. Then one day I had a child, and the child was a girl. So I don't even know what, but then I gave the name Semefa. Later, I was listening to my father's recordings that I have recorded, audio recordings, and then I came across that he told me before that whenever I have a daughter, I should give that name Semefa. And Semefa, what does it mean? Se means the destiny. Fa means at cool down, which simply means my destiny is at rest or is at peace. Semefa, my destiny is now at peace. So the word se is the main word, and then other attributes have been added to it, whether esenyo means destiny is good, and all the other, then the seto means this one belongs to ese, it is for ese. So your name Sena simply means a gift from God, and I think your parents chose a very good name for you. Thank you very much, Jude Sena Lombet. I'm grateful. And then I think that's the yes. Okay. Thank you, Sena. We are very grateful. Yes. And then we have Winston Names Williams say, please, do you interpret dreams? No, I'm not a dream interpreter, please. I'm not a dream interpreter. I talk about voodoo. Let's move on. And then we have Kwaku Agbeko say, greetings AMT team. Thank you very much, Kwaku Agbeko, and happy Father's Day to you. Then we have Kadi Fisher, our sister. They say happy Father's Day, Papa. Hello, Kadi. How are you? And happy Father's Day to you. I know you are a woman, but you are playing the role of a father. So happy Father's Day to you too. Then we have Lillian Glassstone say happy Father's Day, Papa. You deserve all the love today. Thank you very much, Lillian. I'm very grateful, and have a very blessed day, and you are welcome to the program. We have Alan McCaffrey Eliyahu Pesesen. Good afternoon, Togby. Happy Father's Day. Hello. McCaffrey, how are you? Thank you very much, and happy Father's Day to you too. And I'll call you after the program. Then we have Jifa Eklu saying happy Father's Day, Papa. Hello, Jifa. Thank you very much, and happy Father's Day to all the fathers in your life. I'm very grateful to all of you, and thank you for joining the section. Okay, we have Kevin T, who say happy Father's Day. Kevin T, and happy Father's Day to you. Then Tobe Jigbeza Sesoka say, I'm not hearing an echo anymore. Sound still pauses every so often. Okay, are you listening? They say the sound is pausing. It will cut and come. It will cut and come. I think that's what I was looking at here. That's on YouTube. And then Sunshine said that he said the volume is high now, means it's okay. He said it's okay now. Thank you very much, Sunshine. We are very grateful. Yeah. Please raise this and let me be reading them before you are working on it. Okay, we have Yamadi Innocent say, good afternoon, man of God. Can you educate us about elements? Okay, you are talking about the element of water, first the earth, element which is a solid, then element of water, then we have an element of fire, we have air, and then we have I think there are 5 elements: liquid, solid, aerial, fiery, and ether, I think. Bokor Said. Bokor Said. What are the elements? Is it fire, water?
Earth and fire.
F, fire, F, water, fire, air,
Yes.
and sound. Or sound is not inside.
Last time we see ether.
There's ether is where sound travels through. I wonder whether everybody talks about ether, but yeah, sound travel through ether. Okay. Yes, what do you want me to educate you about, Mr. Nyamadi? Please let me know what you want to know. Because the whole world is made out of these 5 elements, and it is what vibrates us or move around and then changes form into whatever we do. And I believe very strongly within the human body too, we have all these 5 elements within us. But if you, I don't know exactly what you want to know more, but tell me if I can explain, I will. And then we have official Ohiniba saying Happy Father's Day to you, African Magic. Thank you very much, official Ohiniba, and Happy Father's Day to you and to all the fathers in your life too. Then we have spiritual consciousness saying Bokor Aloya, Aloya Enuledo. Then spiritual consciousness is saying Aloya, Aloya to you, spiritual consciousness. And then we have Sena, Sena. I'm Sena and proud of my name. Yes, it's a very beautiful name. Sena is a good name, so you have to be proud of it. Thank you. And then we have Raymond say, I want to know who I am, Papa. I'm not God, I cannot tell you who you are. It is you who have to ask the spiritual world who you are through reading, and then you can find out who you are. Me sitting here, I don't know you physically, I've never met you before. How can I tell you who you are without me knowing you? If you want to know who you are, please, you can book an appointment and do a reading, and you will find out who you are. Thank you. Then we have City Hunter saying monoculture. Thank you. So that's monoculture, okay. And then we have Pablo for real. It's a Togbe Enuledo. Enuledo Pablo. American Medenanudo. Oliwofu. Akbe. Then we have billionaire Naira 2. Say Mr. Bill. Okay. And then billionaire 2 is a hello. Hello to you too. And then we have Stylist saying hello. And then we have Akure Raman. And greetings, Daddy. Greetings to you. Happy Father's Day to all of you. Then we have Roger saying, don't worry, I will come back to Africa and rule over Kenya as king. It's your life. It's your destiny. Go on. Let's move on. Somebody was talking about air conditioning. I think you missed it. Okay, the name is called air conditioning. Okay, we have L222 saying, can you tell us a little more about Mami Water initiation? Why and what kind of people are called? When you want to do initiation into any voodoo whatsoever, go and do a consultation, spiritual consultation, and find out whether that voodoo will work with you or that voodoo is in alignment with your destiny so that you can work with it. If a voodoo is not properly aligned to your destiny, sometimes when you are working with it, you will not get all the benefits out of that voodoo. There are so many people who have been initiated into Mami Wata and they are even looking for money to eat. They call themselves Mami Wata priests and priestesses. They are hungry more than you and I. So please, before you get initiated into any voodoo and into Mami or whatsoever, you should go physically and make an inquiry. Know everything about what you are getting yourself into before jumping into it. Because there's so many people who got initiated into things or tried to, some even said they did self-initiation. They became mad and they're walking on the street. Voodoo is not a child's play. So when you want to get into it, listen well, ask questions, get to know the people who are practicing, look at their lives, and if you think that their life and their lifestyle is something you want to emulate or be like, ask more questions, and then let them consult the voodoos for you to find out whether you are ready to be a student of any of the entities. Don't just say everybody is getting Mami Wata, especially in the Americas. Everybody thought that once you get Mami Watas, they are very hungry. Where they are not even finding it comfortable. So if such a Mami has befriended you, then you know your life is going to be on the run. You're not going to have peace. So don't just think that anybody say, oh, Mami Wata. Once you get initiated into Mami Wata, you are going to make it. No, it is not like that. But that's how they will deceive you and put you. And then people have been initiated into Mami Wata. Every day some new story is coming. The moment they have a dream, they say, oh, my mommy came and said that I was doing this, I was doing that. That's why. It's all lie. If you get the proper initiation and the thing is aligned with you, you don't have to be suffering. Don't just jump into it. People keep deceiving you, and the people who are even initiating people into the Mami, most of them do not know. You know, before I don't talk very much about Mami Wata because I didn't know so much about it. The most of the people that I had met in my life and who said they were having Mami Wata or dwarfs, they were all scammers. They were all scammers. They were charlatans, taking advantage of innocent and ignorant people. That's why I wasn't interested in Mami Wata. However, most of my voodoos are water spirits. I don't call them Mami Wata. But they live in water. The spirit's abode is in water. So it can be called Mami Wata, or it is a Mami Wata. But I never ever called them Mami Wata. But I had worked with them for ages, and they had proven to me that they were entities that I can rely on and trust. And people go initiating people and say, I get initiated into Mami Wata. I say the Mami is worrying me and this and that. People get initiation. Now they are even hungry than before. All the money that they have made in their life, they have to go and keep giving to the Mami Wata priest or priestess. And one ceremony after another ceremony after another ceremony, and you are totally down. If a voodoo will work for you, once you are initiated into it, from the very moment you are initiated into it, it starts showing signs. But if it is not going to work for you, with you, and probably it is not even a voodoo they have given you, they just gave you a name. You work with it for 1,000 years, you will never see any result. And you'll be blaming that the voodoo is not working. It's not true. Because what they have given you is not even a voodoo in the first place, so it cannot work. It's only a name that was given you, and that's what you are dwelling on, thinking that you are actually working with a voodoo. So if you want to get initiated into anything, please ask more questions and get to know the people who are going to initiate you. Look at their lives. See whether what they are talking about is showing in their life or it is just a story in their mouth. Please. Thank you very much, L222. And then we have it's a why and what kind of people are called. Anybody can be a Mami Wata priest if you ask the vote. It's not like the church when a pastor say is what do they call it? God. Say God. Oh no, I'm not talking about the maybe. I'm talking when somebody is hungry and went and bought a broniwawu coat and then carry Bible and say God has called me. Which God called you? Call you from where? When you are hungry and looking for food and you don't get job, you went and buy used clothing and holding Bible in your hand. Then you start deceiving people that it's a call. It's God called. God, which God called you? And you start looking for tricks that you can play on people and collect their money. You say, God call you. God, which one? Which God call you? So we have Mami Wata is not like a call. They say somebody say they call you. No. If it is in your destiny, it will show. When they do a reading for you, it will show in your reading that, oh, there's a Mami Wata in your destiny. And also the reading will give you directions on what to do to realize that Mami Wata in your life. Then we have Nyamadi innocence. How can one identify his element and live according to such? You need to get initiation, because before you can identify, you cannot stand here and say you just identify your element or the spirits that come in your destiny without being properly initiated into something like Fa or doing your destiny. There's no way you can even know what things are in your destiny. You know, people are walking on the street and then they say somebody has stolen your destiny. Nobody can steal your destiny. No one can steal another person's destiny. What they can do at most is that if somebody says that your destiny is a very good destiny and they know that when you get this opportunity, you will build on it, they may be preventing you that opportunity should not come for you so that you can realize yourself. But someone stealing your destiny, steal it to where? Can somebody steal your soul? Can somebody steal the spirit inside of you? Then if they stole the spirit inside of you, then you are a dead person. So don't let anybody deceive you that people steal your destiny. Maybe for the lack of words, they may say so, but no one can steal your destiny. People can stop you from growing if they know that if you go to school one day, you will become a medical doctor, let's say. And for that reason, they say they shouldn't send you to school. Then they are trying to prevent you from realizing your destiny. I remember when I was small, my father said he wanted to send me to French school in Togo so I can go and live in Togo with one of his friends who was a pastor, so that I can learn French, because I was already speaking English. So my father wanted me to add French to my languages. But one of my stepmothers said no, that she would not agree that my father should send me to that place, so they should rather send son. And truly, of course, my mother was not in the marriage, so what can my father do? So my father sent my stepbrother to learn the French. Yes, he has learned the French language well, but what is he doing with it today? Nothing. Yeah, here I am. I didn't go to French school, but I have learned so many other languages that I can speak very fluently. So your destiny, people can try to stop it, not stop it, but put a block on your way, obstacle or blockade on your way so that you don't realize it in time. That can happen, but they can never steal it. You will always get it. If you yourself, you become serious with your life, you will get to where you will get to. Your destiny, no one can steal it, but people can put impediments in front of you in order not to be able to reach where you have to reach in your destiny. So that story, people say, oh, somebody stole somebody's destiny. It does not exist in my vocabulary. It's not in my dictionary. People can put a hold on you. It's just like a child is trying to crawl outside, but the father or mother puts some board in front so that the child cannot cross. The child will just crawl to that board, and then you have to go back until when that thing is removed before it will cross. So that's all that it is. Yeah. But as you grow and you grow in spirit, or you begin to grow and you mature, you can know that certain things are making you not to progress. Then you go in to find out what is happening. And then once you know what is happening in your life and you follow it through, with time you will go through, because nature, it works on time. Nature is not magic. It's not a miracle where you see in the church that somebody is holding clutches, you cannot walk. or they carried them in wheelchair. They brought them to church, and the pastor with the empty mouth, he said, I bless you. I command the spirit of this thing to go out of you. And before you know, the person stand up and start dancing. It's all game. They're all liars. They're all thieves. But see, because they made you to believe that the power they have in the name of Jesus. In the name of Jesus, why they're not going to Kolebu or going to hospitals and telling all the sick people in the hospital in the name of Jesus they should wake up? If they really have power, they should go and to hospitals and deliver people, not that they come to the church before they deliver them. They are trying to prove to people that they are delivering people. Why won't they go to hospitals and deliver sick people? So all those things are just charlatans and magic. When I say magic, I'm talking about stage magic tricks, where somebody in the audience is kind of conniving and partnering with the person on the pulpit, and then they start saying something. So, hey, I see some man in the audience. He has just bought a new car. Is this? Is that? Then somebody will stand up and then say, hey, our pastor is seeing. He's not seeing anything. He's a liar. All those are games. When you are not grown, you will be clapping and jumping with those things. We passed that stage long time. Yeah. There is nothing like a miracle. So nature works with time. When the sun rises in the morning to you, when the sun goes down at night to you, you think that the sun has gone away, but the sun has risen somewhere else. And since the world is rotating and spinning, your part of the world will not be on the direct rays of the sun, so you don't see it until your part of the world turns to where the sun is, because the sun is sitting and the world goes around it. So when your part of the world is not facing the sun is not with you, so you don't have a daytime and it is night. But that doesn't mean that the sun is not working or is not there all through. It's only you who is not seeing it. So nature works on time. When something is done for you, you have to wait and see how it goes. Because even no matter how hungry you are today, if you plant a corn today, or you plant a cassava today, or whatever, you plant it today, God is not going to say that because you believe in him, you have faith in him, so the corn is going to grow that very day for you to eat. But you see, when you are stupid and you don't know, you'll be praying beside the corn. Because somebody will tell you, when you pray seriously, the corn is going to grow. With faith for that matter. And it's all, it is all a game. So if you see anywhere a corn will grow the same day and people will pluck it, then you know there's deceit. There's nothing true in that. Those are all games. And traditional spirituality teaches about being in harmony with nature. And nature works with time. So when you are doing anything, you must wait and let that time work on it so that you will eventually see the results. But it is true, when you plant a corn and you nurture it, you see it will grow. About 5 days, 6 days time, you see it shooting from the ground. So nature works with time, and there is nothing miracle about traditional spirituality at all. It is formula based, and once you know the formula and you follow the formula well, you are okay. Who is not here? The person should go and make herbs. We need some herbs to be made today. Kofi, are you the one who is? You are the one on the computer. So you sit down. The Kofi, you are not doing anything. Call Seiram. They should go and get herbs. Dandelion, Siosio, get the other herbs all ready. At least 2 sets or 3 sets down. And then we Israel. I read that one. That's what I was explaining. We have Azima Bilo, say Godfather. Hello, Azima. Thank you very much. And then we have Prince Uru Mwewi. Hi, sir. I want to be your godson. Oh, yes, sir. Everybody is my godson. Once you are on this program, you are my godson. There's nothing special to do to be a godson. Once you are asking questions, I'm always here to teach. What I know is what I teach. So thank you very much, Prince. You are already, once you are on my program, you are my godchild. Thank you. And then we have Ejimofo na Ogu. Say good evening, sir. Hello, Ejimofo. How are you? Thank you very much for joining the section. And then we have L222 say, are we all working with the same energies but under different names? If we speak different languages, then automatically somebody in Akan will call the moon. What do they call moon in Akan? Busum. Me, I don't speak at Busumi. That is moon. And in Ga, you don't know. You have not gone through that line. Okay. So in Ewe, we call it Jinu. And I believe that when we go to speak other ethnic languages around the world, everybody will have a different name for the same moon. So L222, we all speak different languages and we call the same thing in our language. You see what the European brought to us called God, as I said the other day before, it's a German deity called Godam. If you go into your Google, you will find Godam as the deity of Germans. So that's why, and then that Godam slowly became God. They become shortened. So we accept that there is an energy or deity called God. And then that has been forced on the whole world to call God. But my own people, Ewe people, we call what the Europeans call God, we call it Mau. And I think the Akans, some people call it Nyami, and some people also call it Chodiampo. The Gans call it Ata na Nyongo, means there are two, just like how we call Sobo Lisa, means Ata and Nyongo, they are two, male and female in one. So if we speak different languages, definitely we may be calling the same thing in different names according to our understanding and according to our language. So there is nothing, God is not bigger than Mau. But you see, if you are not clever, you will say Mau is very stupid, but God is good. Mau is even evil, and God is good, because Mau has to do with all these voodoos. In our culture, Mau, who we believe that is the creator, which is Mau, Sobolisa, Kitikata, and Ese, it is under them all that these voodoos came out of. So if voodoo is evil, then Mau may be called an evil thing, whereas God is a good thing. Just like my African people, some, when you say Allah, I say Allah is different from God. You see how clever we are here. So if you speak different language, definitely you will be calling the same thing in different names. So L222, that's my answer to your question. And then we have Godwin Chubuzo 183. Say good evening, sir. Happy Sunday to you, Godwin. Happy Sunday to you, and happy Father's Day to all the fathers in your life. And if you are having a child, then happy Father's Day to you. And then we have Yamusa Zakari. following the host. Okay, let's move on. Okay, where are you? Okay, we have Toby Jigbesa talking about the elements, the 5 major elements of life is oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, and sulfur. Okay, that's why we are going into chemistry here. Yeah, thank you very much, Toby Jigbesa. So those are the elements for you, person who asked the questions: oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, and sulfur. They are the elements of 5 major elements of life. Thank you, Tobe Jigbesa Sesoka. And then Tobe Jigbesa went on. The 5 elements are also earth, water, fire, and space, which is ether or ethereal and sound waves. Thank you very much. Then we have Tobe Jigbesa again. Say the sound was up and then it went back down. Is it from you people there, or this is the first time we are having this thing?
I've adjusted it a bit.
Okay, then I adjust it enough for people to hear. Okay. Thank you very much, Tobe Jigbesa. I'm very grateful, because if you people don't tell us what is going on, I'll just be talking here in blowing jazz. Yes, Bubune. Yes.
My question is, in other sect of spirituality, they talk about balancing the destiny, and always is removing it. What's the?
It is the language. That's why I say it is the use of words. That's why we say that in every traditional Ewe, they will say they will remove the negative destiny, but also the process of doing it shows something is done and gone to throw away physically. They will connect you to whatever they are doing and go and throw that thing away, and they say they have removed it, which that's our language. So whether it is aligning it with the positive one or balancing it with the positive one, that doesn't really matter. What matters is that your destiny, the negative one, is now not against you. That's what matters. The choice of words and language depends on the culture and how people use words. We are not English people, so we don't have anything to balance or to align. We say it in our language that we remove. But then, when I'm teaching, sometimes I try to use the words that people can understand. That's why I say you have to align your negative with the right, the positive, or balance the negative and the positive, so that one should not be higher, or at least even if any will be higher, then the positive should be in a higher position than the negative, so that the negative will not override you. And then we have Jude Sena Lembet say thank you so much for the insight, Papa. It's deeply appreciated. Thank you very much, Jude. I'm very grateful that I made some sense here. Thank you. No, for me, I study Ewe as a language in secondary school. Not just that I'm just a speaker, but I study it as a language. Even though it's my language, I like the language, so I study it to the root, so I know how words are formed and what they mean. It's not only that I speak Ewe, so when there's an Ewe word in front of me, I can break it down and be able to reconstruct it so that you can understand what it is. And then we have Listics, Happy Father's Day, Papa. Papa, what do you make of the Nogukbo case now that the 14 days is over? Will the gods strike? I wish I was the chief priest of the temple. Listic, I am not the one who gave the 14 days. So it is not me who will make something out of it or not make something out of it. The people who have given the 14 days, they know why they gave 14 days. And when the 14 days is over, it is up to them. What they will do, what they will not do, is not directly connected or concern of mine. we all wait to see what will happen. So I don't have any opinion or take on it because I'm not part of their shrine. I've never been there before, and I'm not their spokesperson. So thank you very much, Lustig. I'm very grateful. Is somebody going to do the herbs?
Yes, please.
And then we have Sunshine here. Is there a voodoo that is likened to the Hindu god Ganesha, remover of obstacles, the same way Togbe Ade is like to Ochoshi in Ifa? I don't think that there is any voodoo that is like Ganesha. But you see, there are millions and millions of voodoo. I don't know all voodoos in this our Ave pantheon, no, because there are thousands and millions of voodoos. Maybe there will be some voodoo that will be acting like Ganesha in Hinduism, but I'm not aware of it. But we, the voodoos that work with our ancestors, are the voodoos that really we talk about. But some are having the equivalency in their work, like some of the Hindu gods, I may say, and maybe also with other gods around the world, in other cultures, yeah, or other deities or spirits. Call them what you like. They don't care. They don't have a name. It's man who has given them name. So you can call them whatever name you like. If you want to call them Afopu, if you give them name like that, because in Eve voodoos, the ones like Anyigbato, which is the F, the mother F, the Eves, or in voodoo culture, we believe that the F has its own spirit, and I think that's what the Akans call Asase. Yeah, it has its own power and spirit, and our people can invoke this spirit of the F, and it works for them. And I believe strongly that in Hinduism there must be some I think that's Gaia, is the one called Gaia in Sanskrit. Gaia means the earth, so there's a spirit like that. So Ganesh being the remover of obstacles according to Hindu, but there may be so many different voodoos that are remover of obstacles in our Ave traditional voodoo, according from shrine to shrine, from shrine to shrine, depending on the shrine and what voodoos are working there. They may tell you this one is this. So if a Ganesh is the remover of obstacles, maybe in our Ave traditional voodoo practices, definitely there are voodoos that also remove obstacles from people's way. But you see, even though a voodoo may be able to remove an obstacle from your way, there are rules and regulations that you have to follow in order to let the voodoo work in your life. For instance, Afa, which we do a reading with, I can also say Afa is a voodoo or a deity that remove your obstacles, because it's going to tell you what it has seen in your life, and it will tell you do this, then you avoid it. So if you follow it, so it could be anything. Yeah, please change it. Let's see. Okay, we have RSA. Say good evening, FO. I just wanted to say happy Father's Day to you. Hello, RSA. Thank you very much, and I'm very grateful to you. And happy Father's Day to you and to all the fathers in your life. Thank you very much. Then Yamusa Zakari is saying, Zakaria saying hi. Hello, Yamusa. How are you? Thank you very much for joining. Then we have Michael. Hello. Michael, how are you? Good evenings from Zambia. Hello, Michael. Thank you very much for joining the section. Happy Father's Day to you and to all the fathers in your life. And that's Michael. There's no other name, no question.
It's just
Justice 1789 is saying Happy Father's Day. Hello, Justice. Thank you, and Happy Father's Day to you too. I think that's all that we have. Okay. So I'm using this moment again and wishing all the fathers and the mothers that are playing the roles of fathers a happy Father's Day to you all. May your destinies strengthen you and open doors for you so that you will be able to continue doing what you are doing for your children and the children that you call your own. Happy Father's Day to all of you. Okay, I think we don't have too many people today. One is because what do you call it? Our system was not on time. Okay, we have somebody with the name Adanigbe. Say, thank you very much. And then we have L22 222 again. Say, if you were initiated in a religion and it doesn't work for you, can you just walk away? In a religion, I don't think they call it initiation. It is called baptism. Or even if you are called born again, it's also baptism. So in religion, nobody initiates you into a religion. They baptize you into a religion. So if it doesn't work for you, ask your pastor if you can walk away. Because I believe very strongly it's working for the pastor. That's why he's always calling you people to come. Because religion in generally uses intimidation and fear to keep you. Means, hey, if you don't come, God is going to get angry with you. If you don't do this, you go to hell, you burn inside fire. We Africans were born inside fire. You don't fear hell. So that's why our people here are dancing. We were born inside fire. So what do we fear hell? There's no hell. It's just that they are just playing games on your head so that they can take advantage of you. So religion uses fear and intimidation to keep you. So if you are in a religious group and you are not finding a way to your life, try to find a way to find where you can get life. That's all that it is. Even if you look at the snail, snail that crawls, do we say snail is crawling or is walking? It's crawling. Okay, I don't know how they say it in English language. So a snail. Does it crawl or it walks or what does it do?
Actually, it crawls.
So, when snake is crawling and gets to a point and it cannot go any further, what does it do? It turns around and go back to where it came from or look for another way. But it's only human beings that they go to a place and they are going and they are not getting any reward, they are not getting any success, they are not getting any result. But because they are afraid that they may go to hell, they keep staying there until they die. And who even tell you that when you die you are going to hell? Who has ever died and people know where he has gone to? Who has ever died and came back that I've gone to this place? And when you say you die or you are going to heaven, is it black heaven or white people's heaven you are going to? Right? Where are you going? Who are you going to? Why white people don't like you, a black man, and you think that when the heaven that the white man is the king there, you think that they will like you? You'll be suffering like you are suffering here. So please think very quickly. Let the people who say Jesus is Lord, let them keep that. It is okay. It's their Lord. Let him be their Lord. Nobody is against it. Me, I know that nature doesn't forgive. So if I would do anything to you, I am keeping it in my mind that if I don't do it well, tomorrow I'll get the punishment. I'm not going to do things I know that I will run to some church and say, oh, God forgive me. Why? What about the person that I have wronged? Who make that person? Is God going to go to the person and say, oh, I came to church and say he should forgive me, so you too, he should forgive me? If I have wronged you, you will be the very person I should go to and ask for forgiveness. And once you have forgiven me, then God has forgiven me. And then we go down small. Let me see whether I read that one. Okay, L22, that was your question. So if you are somewhere in life and you are not seeing changes, move. That is what is called progress. That's what is called development. And then we have Justice 1718. I say, please, can you see my life for me? No, I don't know you. I've never met you before. You have not come to me before. I cannot be sitting on social media here and then you asking questions and then I see your life for you. I'm not God. Okay? That's not how it's done. I cannot see your life for you because I don't know you. I don't even know where you come from. I've not even have any telephone connection or any contact between you and me. How am I going to see your life for you? If you want to find out about your life, do a reading, and the reading will tell you where you are currently and what has happened in your past and what is going to happen in your future. Then you will know how to live. But for me sitting down here and telling you that I know what your life is, after even I've never met you, I will be deceiving myself and I will be deceiving you and deceiving everybody. I'm not that kind of priest, please. And then Justice, I think that's it. And then we have Kojo Atta 883. Say, please tell me something about my life. I don't know you. I'm not a charlatan. I'm not a scammer. I'm not a false prophet. I'm not a charlatan. I'm not a scammer. I don't know you. How am I going to tell you something about your life? Have you ever seen me before? And have I ever seen you before? How will I be able to tell you something about your life when I don't know you? Or you want me to tell you that, oh, tomorrow will be a very good day, so don't worry, everything will be fine, go and sleep? No, you have to find out whether tomorrow is really a good day. We don't do that kind of thing on our program, so please stop asking such questions. Let's move up. And then we have Brian. He said, please tell me something about my life. Please go up. Yeah. He said L222. He said, sorry, I meant something like Palo Mayombe, not Christianity. Okay, you see the word Palo Mayombe is not a word. It sounds more like Hispanic and something East African. So when people say Palo Mayombe, it may be something coming from East Africa, coming into the diaspora, and people call it. I don't understand the word Palo because I don't know what it means. But I had always thought that the word Mayombe may be connected to what do you call it? Something East Africa. If you people, you don't put power on this other camera, it will finish you. But there's no power connected to it. And don't let us be doing it when you go off before we start to make another effort to it will not charge immediately. But why they didn't put anything on it? Take this wire before it goes off and then we will be saying, ow, ow, ow. No. Let us all be, every time be proactive. Turn this thing or move it around, because move it around, turn it around. You can remove this thing from here and place it somewhere else. Press it in. Look at it whether it's coming.
Yeah,
It's coming. Good. Okay, so L is so I don't know much about Palo Mayombe, but I know it's a spiritual practice that is said to be coming from Africa. But definitely, Mayombe is not every word, so it may not be coming from Aves or West Africa. However, whatever I understood about Palo Mayombe, it's the same as Voodoo, but called by different tribe in their language. So there is nothing different. We call it in our language Voodoo, and another person call it another name. So that's all that it is. So the practices and everything is the same. There's nothing so much different. It's only the languages that are used in that are not Ewe languages. But in Voodoo, we use Ewe language. That's the difference. So L, that's what I can understand about that. Let's move up. Please move up. Then L22, he wants to know, he said that's his last question. Demetrius is laughing, and then he said, okay, thank you for your response. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to you too, and the fathers in your life. Then L was saying the last question, Papa, what's an effective way to pray if you're trying to get away from praying? What's an effective way to pray if you are trying to get away from praying the way? I'm not very sure I understood your question, but what is the effective way of praying when you have been praying in another some ways but you are not finding answer? I'm not sure if I can answer that question, because everybody may have a way to pray, but we in African traditional spirituality usually we pour libation. The libation pouring is what is our prayer when we call on our ancestors and loved ones who had passed on into the spirit world to intercede on our behalf. And if we know how to pour libation well and also know the people we are pouring the libation to, of course we will get results. Because one thing is that there is nobody in the ancestral world called an ancestor. I had been saying this for many years now. There is no one in the ancestral world called an ancestor. So if you fetch drink or water, you say, oh, my ancestors, come and drink. Who are you calling? There's nobody in ancestral world called an ancestor or Togbe. So my Togbe Nyomi Bahano. You don't call anybody. You are just pouring water down or pouring your drink for useless. If you want someone to intercede on your behalf and the person has passed on, you must mention the person's name and tell the person what you are going through before you are calling them to intercede on your behalf. I don't know how many of you had been Catholics, but if you have ever gone to Catholicism or Catholic Church, you know that they have so many prayers, mass, intersection, masses, and all these things. And they do that mass, what they call in Missa, I think the Italian way is Missa, that to call on energies that they also know to come. They call some saints. And then if they say it's a Saint Francis of Assisi, so they are going to do the things that they would do to make Saint Francis to intercede on your behalf. And if it is St. Augustine's or St. Thomas, or call whatever saint you know, and they call, why should the Catholic Church be calling on people who died? And they gave them, because the people who were not saints before they died. It was human beings who proclaimed sainthood on them. This is something you all have to know. So who has the power to proclaim sainthood on somebody who is dead and call them saint, and other people can now be worshiping that person or calling on that person to intercede on their behalf? It is because of the things that that person has done in their life, and they know that when a person dies, it's only the physical body that dies. The spirit or the soul or the destiny is still alive. So for that reason, they call on that saint, which we call ancestors, to intercede on their behalf or intercede on the behalf of a group of people. This is Nananum, the saints or the ancestors. So there is no individual person called Nananum. But if you say Nana Kojo Anji, Bejin Sanum, then you know who you are calling. Obosompra Bejin Sanum. Then you call these people individually. You are now invoking them from wherever their spirits may be, that they should come to drink. And then you put your supplication across to them that I am going through this, that's why I'm calling you people to intercede on me. But the truth is that somebody who doesn't have your DNA, somebody who doesn't have any bloodline with you, how are you going to call that person to respond to you? That's why when you are here and you're calling the God of Abraham,
God of Israel.
God of Israel, and you are here, even Israel people are sacking black people in their country. Then you are here and say God of Israel, God of that, God of that. Does he know you? What relationship you as a black man looking in your mirror have to do with Jacob or Isaac? So if you are calling on the gods of Isaac and Jacob and Abraham and all those kind of people who have no relationship with you, and their children also are calling them, who should they attend to first? No, these are it's not a rocket science.
Common sense.
It's a common sense. It's not a rocket science. So when you call on your fathers, because you are their continuity, and because of you, they are not dead. You know, when you have a child, when you die, your child continue living your life for you. So you are dead, but you are not dead because your child continue living. Because if they call you Bubu name is a Tamakro, when tomorrow you born a child and the child grow to your age or grow to some age, they will start calling him Mr. Tamakro. First they will be calling Master Tamakro because he has not reached. That's a white man's language. Master Tamakro. Until he reaches some age, then they will say, oh, Mr. And then one day you, the father, are like, you are not alive. Yeah, people will still calling that person Mr. Tamaklo. And then the Tamaklo is not dead.
He lives on.
He lives on. But you don't have any family relationship, then they call you Ishaku. Or they call you Ali. Or they call you whatever. And then you believe that the Arabs gods, because you have been given Arabic name, you are connected to the Arab God. You are not. For the Arabs, yes, it is their God. That's why the Arabs, they are praying and they are getting good things out of the prayer they are making, because they are calling their ancestors. And Muhammad was an Arabic man. So if the people are calling him, they are calling directly to their ancestral roots. So you, who has no relationship whatsoever, sometimes the black man wants to be even more than white man.
Oh, yeah.
He will be calling white people's name or Arabic people's name more than his father's name. When they call his father, they say, oh, he's an evil man. He's the one who born you. Today is Father's Day. So my father was an evil man. So his blood is no more running in you. Go to hospital and let them drain your father's blood all from your system and see whether you can walk from there to your temple or your house. So these are common sense. It's not a rocket science. So for us calling on Italian saints to come and intercede on our behalf. So when you don't know, you can be doing. But when moment you know, try your own and see whether it works. It is not evil to call on your grandfather to come and intercede on your behalf. What is evil about it? After all, that grandfather is the one whose DNA is running in your father and then is running in you. So what is wrong if you call on your grandfather to intercede on your behalf instead of calling some saint that you have never had any relationship with? You only read it from book.
That may have not even existed.
Maybe they have not even existed. Yeah, and then you just start calling that, and you believe that your prayers will be answered. They will never be answered. It's like pouring water over a stone, hoping that the stone will soak. It won't soak. Sometimes the prayers that you pray, you think that if it was this God of Jacob and God of Isaac that was answering you, actually it was your ancestors. Maybe if there is a God of Jacob and God of Isaac and God of whatever, when you are praying seriously, calling them, they will say, hey, Mr. Ancestor, your child is calling you, go and answer them.
He's bothering us.
Yeah, he's bothering us. We don't know him. Go and take care of him, is to stop worrying us. We don't know who he is, but we think he's like your own. He looks like you, so go and help him and help him out. So when you are for you to have a successful and a very good prayer, pray the way that your ancestors can hear you. Yeah, that's all that I can explain. And so that's my answer to your question. The monitor is off. Okay, and then we have a Sweetie P449 say, Gary, what can I ask? Nothing. And then we have Justice, please, why you live? Oh, we are in Ghana on in Accra on the Spinters Road. If you want to connect with us, go into our profile. You will find our telephone number and you can call that number or send a text message. They will answer you. Thank you very much. Yes, Bubune, go ahead.
Is there anything wrong when you wake up early in the morning, talk to people before going to pray to your spirit or your ancestors?
Yes, sometimes you can talk to people before praying, but it is said that before the human mind will become more active in space, it's best to pray before human minds become active. What does that mean? It means that before you talk to somebody, when you wake up, your mind is clear. You don't know whether you are going to talk to somebody, then anger or any other worry will come into you. Or even you are there, a telephone call come, and then they say somebody is seriously sick.
Send money.
Send money. Now you start worrying already. So when you are praying,
you will forget to pray.
You don't know what you will be talking. Sometimes you say you're going to pray, oh God, give me money so I can give them. Instead of concentrating on yourself, now you will be concentrating on somebody's problem. That is why it is advisable that before you talk to anybody, try to do your prayer or rituals or your morning calls to nature before you talk to other people. This is only the reason, so that your mind can be focused on you and your ancestors or the spirit world. The moment some other things come inside, you will be influenced in a whole lot of things, because definitely people calling you early morning is not only to say hello. They have problem. You know, when somebody call you early morning, it's not just for hello. They have problem. If they don't ask you anything, that doesn't mean they didn't want to. They had wanted to ask you, but maybe the voice they heard that you are just waking up and they, so we are sorry we wake you up, you know.
Or even maybe they wouldn't say anything, but however, they want you to decode the meaning of the call.
Because they don't call you. Maybe something had happened before and they call you to say, oh, I just want to say hello. They just tell you that, did you remember what we discussed? So, you know, this is psychology, you know. People have not gone to school, but they know how to use it. Yeah. Am I making sense?
Oh, yeah.
So, when you wake up early, before talking to anybody, you commune with yourself, because in reality, when you are pouring libation, it's only you who is hearing it too. And why do I say it's you? Only you is hearing it? Because your ear is hearing, your mouth is talking, your ear is hearing. But your inner self, which connects you to your ancestors, to your DNA line, is also hearing. And this is why it becomes spiritual. So when you pour libation and you are have you heard that word before? And people they born you as Accra.
Please, at what times are the best times to?
And that's what I'm trying to explain. The best time, the best time to pray is when the human mind, there are not so many people awaking. And what time should that be? From 3 a.m. coming down. People will be waking up, and few people will wake up, not majority. The world is not busy at that time, so it is the vibe, because you know we are all vibrations and wavelengths. The more wavelengths cross each other, the more problems are there. That's why when you have a telephone, you go to some closer to some electrical things. It makes because that one too is also transmitting waves, and your waves then it start to mix up. So it is human beings also are vibrating, and we are also having emanating waves. So before many minds will wake up, you should pray. That's why the Muslims, they will wake up and pray. I think from 4. The first prayer I think is from 4.
Half hour starts at 12, actually. 12 a.m. Half hour. From 12 to 5.
That one is kill my son's mother. Killed my son's mother recently. That half hour. But anyway, they are doing their business, so
sure.
we cannot tell them not to do it, because if you are not clever, and you know you are sick, instead of resting and say you are half hour, you are not going anywhere.
So please help deep in the night.
That's what I'm trying to come. So let's say from 4 or 3:30. Even in my village, the church bell in those olden days, it ring around dawn. That's how our mothers will go and go and say the first bell, second bell.
Go and fetch water.
So the people will get you ready, because that is the time that you are supposed to pray, so that minds will know. The one that people go and do in group, that one is not the matter. The one that you do as an individual. So 3:30, or you can, anytime you wake up, first thing is to pray, so that before you talk to people. So if you sleep early, you can wake up early, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. The moment it starts, you can also use the cock crow. But now the cock crow is no more common in the cities. But cock crows at 2:30 a.m. or something. That's usually the first cock crow. That's when people start waking up. So you can do your prayer at that time. And that is the time also the spirit world is closing in with the physical world coming up. So at night the spirit world is open. And then the spirit world, the physical world is going down. So at that 2:30, 3:30, 4:30 a.m., then the spirit world is also closing up, and then the physical world is opening up. So you should be able to pray in such a way that your message can easily be taken into the spirit world. Yeah, that is when you are doing individual prayer.
So please, how often? Every day?
No, you see, you can choose to pour libation to your ancestors once a year. That's your palava. You can choose to pour libation to your ancestors once every 6 months. It is your palava. You can choose to pour libation to your ancestors every week, every day, and every hour. It is up to you. You and you alone has to decide when to pour libation. If you pour it once a year and before, if you see the gains that you get, fine. But if you are pouring libation very often, see, anything that you want to attract, you must keep knocking at the door very often in order to be able to get the attention. But if you do it only one time and you didn't get the attention, let's take for instance, you are looking for a girlfriend or you are looking for a boyfriend, and then you see the girl is very nice to you, or the boy is very handsome for you, and so hello. Then 1 year before you say hello, before you know, that girl somebody take it, or that boy somebody. But if you continue saying the hello, you begin to bring yourself closer attention. Then the person will begin to, okay, hello, how are you? Then slowly you have to create that connection, that harmony in such a way that you are not afraid of the person and the person is not afraid of you. Then maybe one day so I want to go and chop together, we go and eat. Slowly you get. That's what life is all about. So anything that you want in life is consistency. If you are consistent and keep asking, I think Bible even says that you pray without ceasing.
Alright, that answers it.
And so it's a consistency that will create, because at the end of the day, it is your mind and your inner self, which is also part of your mind, that is going to achieve what you want. I don't know how many of you know the law of opulence. You don't know what is the opulence? Okay, me, I learned this thing when I was about 13, 14 years old.
Maybe we know it, but
Okay, the law of opulence is using your mind to be able to attract what you want.
okay, so law of attraction.
Yes. Bokor, can you put that on so somebody far away also will know what we are talking about? The law of opulence, I learned it at a very early age. Have you seen it? And even my father gave me the book and I read at that early age. Attracting anything, even health, the things you dream about. It is your mind that is going to go in to get it for you. That's why we say that God is nature and nature is God, because whatever you need and want in nature, and they say God is the giver and the provider, if you keep thinking about it. Yes, I read this book when I was about 13, 14 years old. I think they don't even have it anymore, but maybe they have it. So you need to what do you call it, attract things. So when you are praying and you are pouring libation, the things that you want, you keep saying it. Yeah. So repetitively, continuously, those things will start coming to you slowly. Before you know, they are around you. The human mind is the greatest thing God of creation has given us, nothing more. Because before you can even go onto the moon, you need to think. You have not been there, nobody has been there, but they have to calculate the distance from their head with certain things, and they were able to go. This computer we use today, it is human being who sat down and made it.
Even this house.
Trying to make the human mind as the computer, and it's working. So the mind is above everything. You can use it in any way. It's only we, the Africans, we don't know how to use our mind. We are using small part of the mind. So anyway, maybe that's our destiny. Our destiny brought us. So when you are praying at this hour, and the hour, you must choose 1 hour. If it is 3:30, you should be doing every 3:30.
Okay.
If it is 2:30, you should be doing every 2:30. What the time that you chose repetitively, it gets to the time that the mind becomes aware. So at 2:30 or few minutes to 2:30, your mind will wake you up automatically.
It is true.
Your mind will wake you up.
Even when I was a Christian, I have a testimony. I was praying at a particular time. So I don't set alarm. As soon as it gets to that time, what?
Your mind will wake you up because the mind,
Those times.
the mind lives outside the body and outside and inside the body. So when you are dreaming, the mind goes outside the body and comes back into the body. That's your soul, that's your spirit, that's your inner self. That's why when we sleep, our bodies are on the bed, but we are traveling. So that mind, when you repetitively you continue doing this thing, what it will do for you is it becomes an alarm clock for you. When the time is getting near, it will alert you.
You program yourself.
Yes. So your mind can be programmed to do anything, to achieve. That's the greatest weapon or wealth that God has, if there is God, has given to mankind. So make good use of it in your spiritual quest. See, when I sit down here and I want to do abochi or do abochi reading for people, and I open the mirror, people, the abochi, nobody talks. You just come touch your forehead, your chest, your stomach, and you put it inside the mirror. I pray, call its name and give all the incantations and tell them the location that the person wants it to go. Then it will go. The spirit will go to that location. And then I will be waiting. When it comes back, it will give me a sign that I'm back. And that's the time I will take the mirror and open it. And then when I'm there, I will just be in that location and be telling you what they have seen. It's all in the mind. So anyway, the law of opulence, those of you who can buy, look for it and buy. This book is a jewel, is a gold mine. You'll be surprised. If you learn this one, finish, then you go and learn the other one called how to, that is by Dale Carnegie. I think it's how to attract and something French. Bokor Said, do you know that book? How to attract something French. This is by Dale Carnegie. You go into it, you find it. It's something attraction, friends and something.
How to influence friends.
It's not influence, but how to attract something. Go inside. Let's see. I'm teaching you people extra things today.
I've seen the law of opulence.
Yes.
By Wallace D.
What?
No, not wealth. How to attract friends and something about friends. When you go to Dale Carnegie books, we will find it. It's one of the books that I read when I was a child. That's why I say I came for how to win friends and influence people. Yeah, this is one of the books I read when I was a child.
Okay.
And these books are for adults. But me, I read these books when I was a child. So these are the books when you even want to attract the spirit well. When you read these books, it opens up your mind. So whatever you are doing in voodoo or in affair and all these things, it makes sense. Because even for spirit world, for you to be able to work with spirits, you must become very friendly with them. The spirit world must trust you before delivering knowledge and wisdom to you. So if the spirit world doesn't trust you, No, it's very hard. But by reading these books and all this, they will help you to be able to connect with the spirit world in such a way, whether you are practicing voodoo, you are practicing whatever, so that you can now know how to deal with this. You know, I used to tell people, this one of my best friends, Akai, had been with me before my son Senna was born. And to give birth to Senna, the doctors said the mother will never born again, because we have lost about 3 children already through miscarriage and other things. And my wife was pursuing career, so she was already a grown-up woman. She was no more a young girl. So for her to be able to give birth was not easy. It's like a 30 in 70, 30 percentage will be 30, 70 means out. So when I asked Akai, and he said, no, she will born. I said, truly, she conceived Senna, and Akai was guiding us what to do. Even I remembered that when she conceived first, because the hospital wasn't very sure, so they asked us to come, we book an appointment to see. So they need to put a needle into the mother's tummy, punch it, and then take a water from the tummy, and then they will analyze it, whether the child is going to be a normal child or a Down syndrome child, which today they are calling them autism. Those days they call them Down syndrome.
So in those days, no scanning.
In Japan, we were living in Japan. They will be scanned, but that is the only way the scan can show. But that one would be precise. So they even told us that if they do that and the child get afraid, she can lose the child. So Akai told me we shouldn't worry. So when the result came, we were going to the hospital. My wife was so scared, but Akai, for me, is my best friend, so he's always around me and talking to me and telling me things, so whether to be scared or not. I said, oh, everything is okay. So finally the doctor told us that he will be okay, he will be a normal child. Then Senna was born premature. But Akai told me I shouldn't worry. He was in the incubator for some months. And he came out and created revolution. And because of Senna, I started this program, because otherwise, I keep my knowledge to me and my children. For me and my children, I'm not trying to promote anything. I'm just trying to teach my children how to live and know how to live their life, how to live in harmony with nature. That's what I'm teaching. So I wasn't public, unless somebody who knows me personally will tell you, if you want something to change, go to this man. Then through reference, a referral, I can do something for you. But because my children, they said, Papa, you can't keep this thing. And
to yourself.
yeah, and when Senna was in the mother's tummy, sometimes he will be struggling. And the moment I take Akai's oil and touch the mother's navel, he will sleep. So for me, Akai had been a friend for years, and I have seen him deliver things in my life. That's why when someone is talking about Jesus and do you know Jesus loves you? Yes, of course he loves me, so me too, I love him. I don't have a problem. Yeah, but the things that I have seen and experimented and experienced, you cannot take that away from me. It's not built on faith or belief. It is built on practicality and experience. That's how I know this path. I'm not talking from any books that this and that and that. No. It's my personal experiences.
Excuse me, what do they even have to show for their believing in Jesus? Or for so many years?
No, that one also, they made us so that we can always be subordinates and be submissive to the white man's control. And our black people who wanted to be like white people also learned the trick and they are using it on us. That's all, nothing more. When the pastor's house is big, pastor is building house and putting money outside, you are even looking for money to buy JK Puli. You know JK Puli? Eh? You don't know JK Puli? Keta schoolboys. You are looking for money to buy Keta schoolboys. Instead of them teaching you to have that power of your mind, how to use your mind to be able to achieve, they are putting fear and intimidation in you so that you will always be hiding in one corner. You cannot achieve. Meanwhile, they don't want to go to heaven, so they are acquiring and building their own here. They are telling you yours is over there. Yeah, so if you two are stupid, yes, you will be expecting. Recently, some pastor is collecting money from his church members who want to buy land in heaven for them, so that when they die, they will go, they have their lands already, or apartments. Some also came, they want to buy apartment down for them.
A 2-bedroom house.
Yeah. So you see, when I listen to these things, it makes me very sad in the sense that why should our own people be trying to take advantage of our people instead of empowering us?
Yes, very sad.
We have everything, and yet still we are the ones who are paupers, always begging. So instead of what I do here, I'm just empowering you black people to know that your minds are powerful enough to be independent if you choose to. I'm not talking about political independence or anything, but freedom, liberty, that your mind can create that for you and you can live well. Okay, let's go back to the questions and then we close. These books are good books, so if people come across them, please read them. You get some information that will help you there. And then L222 say, thank you. I'm tired of shouting, tithing, screaming, and nothing happening. L, you'll be fine. Try to follow your ancestors, their path, and call upon them and see whether they will not deliver. And if you are not finding and you are not knowing the real way, please always come here, ask questions, or if you can reach out to African Magic Temple or to any other voodoo and Afar shrine that are real, authentic ones. Do a reading and find out what is happening in your life and see whether when they do the Vosa, things won't change in your life. There is nothing to definitely change because it's going to be based on formula. Then we have Elohe say good evening, sir. Hello Elohe, good evening to you too. And then L222 is say at L222, sorry, try not to pray like a Christian. So you, what you say, you were praying like a Christian. Yeah, don't try not to pray like a Christian, because actually you are not going to get anything. And then somebody was asking a question about the law of, it's a law of, it's not the law if. PK said the law if, no, the law of opulence. Have you written the law of opulence there? Can someone write it on the message? The law of opulence, the power of the human mind to attract what they want. You get the head?
You couldn't get this. You couldn't get it.
No, he got it, but he put it there, but I want him to type it so that somebody maybe just type it, the law of opulence, and put the name of the author. I was lucky to read this at a very early age. My father had a library for himself in his sitting room. So all books, because my father, I believe, even though he was a Christian and they were the people who built the church, he probably might have also gone on this mystical path at one time. But then, in those days, when you are on this path, you become an enemy of everybody. So
You keep it to yourself.
you keep it to yourself. So he didn't really expound on it, but somehow those books were there. And when he saw my interest in this esoteric science, he releases those books, and all esoteric books that he had, I was reading them, and that has helped me a lot. But my other brothers who are pastors and everything today, they were not interested in those things. So it's our destiny who chooses our paths, what we should be, what we become, and what we should. That's why it is good to learn and know what your destiny is. Yeah. But for me, I learned very early that my destiny is in spirituality, and that's why I started following all the way to India to become a monk, so that I can learn more. Now I'm back home teaching about my own people's things and using other teachings from around the world to kind of show the difference and let people understand that it is the same thing but from different cultural backgrounds.
And not evil.
Yes. It's not evil. It's not evil. Let's go up small.
So, at the time of praying alone, will you say that when someone wakes up with a bad dream or something,
You
is
pray.
that also?
If you wake up at dawn with a bad dream, pray and say this dream that you have. But I had already taught you people, when you have a bad dream, what to do. You don't know. When you have a bad dream and it's a very scary dream and it's very negative, the first thing is go to the toilet. Go to the toilet bowl before you speak to anybody. Tell the dream to the toilet and say, this dream, you don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, but what you saw scares you, or whatever it is. If it is negative, you flash it.
Oh, without sitting on the.
No, not sitting. You kneel or squat in front of the toilet bowl. You know, in the olden days, it is that latrine. When you go there, the toilet is inside. You can be seen. Then you talk to it. You don't know power there inside toilet. There's power. There's in voodoo. We use everything in voodoo. Even the toilet that people have gone to release themselves. There's power in it. If they use it against you, it can kill you. Not the hygienical aspect, the quantum physics aspect. So you talk to the toilet and all this, and then you flash it before you talk to anybody, before even you narrate the dream to anyone. You already cut it, because you see, our minds are like gateways to receive what is coming.
Like an antenna.
So when your dreams are the screen, like the monitor, to see what is coming on.